Hello, and welcome to Andrew Broussard Watercolors. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Noodler's Konrad brush pen. I've had this one for quite a while. I've utilized it in the past, and I had it kind of just sitting with some other art supplies after I had cleaned it. And yesterday I was playing with some rapidographs or rapidometric technical pens, and I figured why not ink this guy up and play around with the brush aspect and experiment with brushing on top of drawing with the pens. So this guy, I believe it goes for about $16 to $24, give or take. I did a quick Google search, and I think that's kind of on the higher end if you look up Noodler's brush pen, Noodler's rollerball pen, things like that will help you find it. There's other brands out there that make brush pens on the market. I have a Pentel pocket brush, but I can't find it. Eventually I want to play around with that on here and experiment with that as well. This whole front piece screws out, and you can interchange it with a rollerball piece. I believe it's sold with both pieces, and you can buy the replacements of this. Screw it back in, and to fill it up, it fills up like a fountain pen with an internal mechanism that let me move the cap right there, blind cap. You'll just twist this if it wants to twist. Let's see what direction. I always get the wrong direction first, and then it starts going. There we go, that direction. All right, and that would fill it up, and then you could twist it down to push it out. It's made out of that weird material that some of the Noodler Konrads and the smaller pens are made out of. I don't remember the name of the material, but it has a smell to it. Some people are really sensitive to the smell. Some people say that you can air it out, just let it sit out and it airs out. Other people say that they can never get rid of that smell. So that's kind of up in the air with that. For me, I can smell it if I bring it up to my nose, and I can kind of smell it, I guess, a little bit on my fingers, but I have bad sinuses, and smells don't really affect me. The bad thing about this material is that the ink inside it eventually dries out. So using a carbon ink, you start to have some issues where it will want to just dry out. So it's something to keep in mind if you get one of these. There is the fact that you have to kind of clean it out and take care of it. Whenever I was taking it out and thinking about the video and was going to talk about, I had thought maybe just store it in a container that's airtight, just a small thing, and maybe that might prevent some of that evaporation that takes place over a few weeks. I'm not sure, but anyway, I wanted to ink it up for the initial purposes that I talked about. That being said, let's see if the cap sticks. Yeah, it does. Good. We're using the platinum carbon ink, which I've found for about $16 to $24, so about the same price range. Found it to be light, fast, and waterproof. It is, I think, my favorite ink for fountain pens for art on the market. They do say be careful what type of fountain pens you put it in. Things with feeds, things that are easier to clean, like big feeds, don't get clogged as easily, because I think it has just the tiny particles of carbon within it. But you can get an idea of how this inks out, and I'm sure different fountain pens will play around and give us a different, different fountain pen inks would give us different flows and wetness. But there's the mark making, there's some little side brush technique. This might be something that, if you like it, you might want to bring a bottle of the carbon ink and one of these brush pens and go out and about and sketch on location. This would be good for that. See how you can get the side brush effect from the Chinese brush painting and do that. In fact, I believe when I had read about them initially a few years ago, they were influenced by brush pens that were out of Asia. And Percy is on top of one of my other art desks playing with some brushes. That's what that noise is. So that's the Noodler's Konrad brush pen. Like I said, the two downsides, potential smell and the evaporation that eventually takes place over a few weeks out of it. But here's the mark making, and it takes the carbon ink, and from there I think you'd have a good single go-to type device. I'll try to find my other brush pens for us to play around with in future videos. Let me know what you think and what you would like to see. I'll be back with a video using this and sketching. Y'all take care, have a great day, and if you enjoy this channel and if you want to support the channel, I have links down below. Thank you all so much. Take care.